Alright guys, this is T&B Metals. This is a 10 horsepower 3-phase motor I was talking about. We're going to try to tear it down. I may end up having to try to do some time lapse on it because it's going to be a pretty long video, I'm afraid. But we're going to do the best we can to see how much copper we can get out of this big pretty girl. So anyway, we'll just start by taking the bolts out of it and getting these caps off the end of it. And I did pre-loosen them just to make sure that they wasn't too tight for my impact to take them out. And I did take the cover, the cooling shroud off of this side already, and the fan off of it, just to save time. I don't really know how old this motor is. It's not all that old. But it went out of a pump that we use, and we had to replace it, so I figured it'd be a good time to maybe take it and see what we can get out of it. So now we're gonna see if we can get this baby apart. And this is a cast iron, so it'll go into the heavy steel or cast iron pile. So then we'll try to get this side off. And it looks like there's going to be quite a bit of copper in it, which is what we're hoping for. Get this armature out of here. That'll go in heavy steel for sure. And now we're left with all this pretty copper goodness. Pull in on it a little bit. Now I'm assuming I'll probably have to cut the case like you do on smaller motors. I'm gonna go ahead and get these wires out of the way first. I've only done one motor that's bigger than this. Of course, I done it, before we had the channel, but it was not a very good turnout as far as copper to steel ratio. This one appears that it'll be somewhat better, but I'm going to set it up here and get my cutoff wheel ready, and we may cut the video for just a minute while I run the cutoff wheel because it's just going to be noisy and it'll take a few minutes. So we'll be back with you in just a minute. All right, we got it set up here on the table. I got the cutoff wheel with a hot battery. Like I say, guys, we're new at this, doing this content, so I mean, I'm sure there's a lot better content out there, but we're working on it and we'll try to get better. So you can leave any kind of comments or thoughts in the comments and we'll read them and try to make it better. But I'm gonna start cutting on this with a cutoff wheel, and we may cut before I get done with it and then come back in when I get it cut, but we're gonna get started on it now. guys, got it cut. Got this part of the casing off. Of course, this is heavy steel or heavy cast iron. Hoping I got enough room to actually get it out, but I don't, so I'm probably gonna have to make another cut, and I'll make another cut on the back side. I was just trying to cut where it was the thinnest. I'll make another cut, and then when I get it cut, we'll be back. All right, I got this case cut the rest of the way off of here. Put it with my other heavy cast or heavy steel. Now we're left with this big old boy. Now I do the little motors. I usually do them with a machete, like Scrap It All. And I've got a hatchet. He done it with a hatchet last time. But I've never tried to do a motor this big with a machete. But I think I may. Maybe I will. I don't really want to have to pull it all the way out of that, so let me get a weight on this before we start, and then I'll probably cut the video and go to take the copper out without boring you for 30 minutes, or however how long it takes, I don't know. We'll get a weight on this before and after. So as it stands, the stator out of it is 38.2 pounds. So maybe we can get, I don't know, maybe we can get 10 pounds of copper, 12 pounds out of it, hopefully. But I'll get set up on getting this copper out, and we'll be back in just a minute. All right, guys, we got this stator split. Believe it or not, I've never done one this big with a machete, but this one right here shows you that it will do it. And now I'm gonna link it up in the vise and try to get it out. And we'll be back in just a minute and see what we get out of it. So we'll be right back. Well, I got all the copper out of the motor, and we ended up with 10.4, and the bucket's 1.4, so we got about 9 pounds of copper. And as you can see, we had a mad ton of steel left over, and a lot of people put that in their prepared steel. I generally just throw it in with my shred. I don't have enough prepared steel most of the time to ever keep it separated. But anyway, just wanted to wrap this up with that. This video is going to be a little crude. I'm shooting it on an iPhone, and I really don't know a lot about doing the time lapse and everything, so I'm going to order a GoPro, and then my wife will edit on my son's computer or her computer, and maybe then I can do some go fast footage and not have to cut out so much. But anyway, I apologize for the video being kind of crude, but nonetheless, I said I would do it, and I did it, and I'll try to find something else to drop another video pretty quick. But if you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, no matter what it is. I'm good with criticism, so just let me know what you guys think. Appreciate it.